Hello everyone and welcome back to Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, or Higurashi when they cry Onikakushi. Onikakushi. Okay, bleh, we're gonna load it. We're just about to start free study hall. Free study period was convenient timing considering where I stood. Gently closed my eyes and pondered the right position, my position. I wasn't right now. First off, what should I forget? Was how dangerous the situation was in. I had fallen out of favor with them. After interacting with Oishiro-sama multiple times, I could see it as I was getting closer to the heart of the matter. The morning yesterday with the mochi was a good indicator of that. No, calling it a warning was just my habit to understating things. It probably had no meaning beyond stunting my progress and buying themselves some time until they had a method completely erasing me. They were just biding their time. Even though they were keeping me under their thumb with their threats, it didn't change the fact that I knew too much. The station of my desk made me feel like Satoshi Hojo, the boy who was using this suit last year when he disappeared. Was he also similar to me? Did he learn something he shouldn't have and was erased? Damn. I wouldn't let them get rid of me so easily. Never. But were they really trying to kill me? I had had these contradictions for a while now. Even though I suspected them, I felt I had to cover for them. With all their suspicious behavior, a morning like this just made it all seem like an elaborate hoax. No, that's just what I want to believe. Doubting my friends, covering for them, my life in danger, or was it? Actually debating the wrong point. In my current situation, those points were something that should have been deliberated on a long time ago. But really, Rina and the rest of them, were they actually aiming to kill me? Will a voice inside me continue to torment me, these unresolvable trains of thought? You're an idiot, Higurashi. The answer should be obvious. But maybe the sewing needle might have been just an accident, right? How could you screw up and drop a sewing needle into a piece of mochi? The benefit of the doubt is both Reina and Mion had acted and behaved suspiciously, but maybe it was also some sort of misunderstanding. What kind of misunderstanding? It was just suspicious. It was outright ludicrous, right? Marina corrected me for lying, and Mion only asked me about what I had for lunch. Marina was standing outside the door eavesdropping for a good hour, you know. She was probably just waiting for my phone call to end. For a whole hour outside your room? And is it normal to go home afterwards without saying anything? You heard Oshi-san, didn't you? About Reina did at her former school. But at the hospital, she said it was Orishima's fault, did she? Cut it out, Keiichi. Don't you realize they're out to kill you? I inadvertently blurted those words out. Hearing myself so directly left me dumbfounded for a few minutes. Afterwards, I took a check to see if anyone was heard. My soliloquy cut was too close to the... Even though I could feel the murderous attempt from Reina and the others, part of me somewhere was trying to deny that. This late in the game, such hesitation could be fatal. I knew that. But I was just an average student, a man living his normal, ordinary life. Do you think I was suddenly believe that my friends, who I had been happily laughing together with up until last Sunday, now intended to kill me? Right? You're too soft, Keiichi. This time I remembered to keep my voice down so they couldn't hear it. There was only one thing I understood now. I was too soft. I didn't completely understand how dangerous Reina and the rest of them were. No, I wasn't trying to understand. I was too soft for listening to Oishi-san. He was earnest, showing me the heart of the matter. I didn't listen because I was busy pretending to be dejected. I didn't comprehend it. I was just running away. I didn't comprehend it, so nobody had any notion of trying to kill me. I need to get rid of such naive thoughts. Under the resolution, I heard the bell signal the end of class. So soon? The day was already over? I didn't recall eating lunch or doing anything in class. My friends putting their desks together in preparation for club activities. Not long ago, I would have happily jumped into that circle. We better make a choice. My Keiichi-san, how rude of you. Think about leaving. The way Satoko spoke, so typical and familiar, it almost physically hurt. Keiichi, it's not a good day. I wonder. And we're going to win big together, how? See, Miranda's inspection was said. It was really looking forward to today. Hey, Keiichi, maybe Oishi-san is just some enormous jerk trying to separate me from the others by lying to me. Slap. Trying to expunge such a weak-minded thing, I slapped myself in the face. Keiichi-kun? Yeah, was Reina trying to kill me? I wish someone could tell me it was a hoax. I didn't care if it was actually one or not, I just wanted someone to say it was. Yet another weak-willed thought. How did I ever become this naive? Are you alright? Does your head hurt? Apparently that was my inner dilemma appeared to Reina. You're pale. Can you make it home by yourself? Maybe I should accompany you home, I wonder. No, it's okay, sorry. I can get home by myself. Just had the meeting without me. On hearing I wasn't going to participate in the club meeting, Mion pouted unhappily. Since Keiichi-kun was bent on revenge, we're going to play that deduction game from before too. Keiichi-san doesn't have that burning desire for a rematch. How pathetic. I wouldn't fall for such a dumb taunt. Without a real retort, I grabbed my bag and was about to get up. Someone's hand approached itself gently on my head. Keiichi-kun doesn't seem well. How very unfortunate. It was Rika-chan. She stretched up as far as she could, doing her best to pat my head with her petite hand. It felt so nice, which made things even harder. Sorry, everybody. See ya. That's all I said. I quickly left the classroom. They said something to me as I was leaving, but I couldn't make it out. I managed to make it all the way to the entrance. That suited mine. Took off my shoes, put them on, and went forward. Harder than that hurt, Keiichi-bar. They were, for some unfathomable reason, trying to kill me. They were plotting something dubious, watching my every move. But I couldn't hate them, because weren't they my friends? My part lamented on my naivety, while another lamented the fact that I had lost something important by lamenting over it in the first place. I felt like my conscience was being ripped out of my body. If this was is this what Orishiro-sama's curse was like? Then it was just too harsh. Hey, Orishiro-sama, I was wrong for not believing in your curse, but I believe in it now, completely. Your curse does exist, so seriously, give me a break. I beg of you, come on. Swear if we run into Oshi-san, fuck him. There better be a punch option. Dinner was unusually bland. It had no flavor or aroma. Miso soup that normally tantalized my appetite instead tasted like nothing but boiled water. Dad was eating with us that night. It's a rare occurrence in this household. When he got his work, he ate and slept on his own schedule. My dad never cared about the time. Since my dad was at the dinner table, it either meant he had just reached a good point to take a break, or he was in a slump. Oh yeah, he just doesn't understand the motivation creators have. Your partnership was verbal agreement, wasn't it? It was so hard to agree on things, why would it just end it? I feel like it's an industry with a lot of back scratching when it gets the way of business. I was unable to pick out much of my mom's conversation, but I could tell it was a very pleasant topic. That, of course, made the discussing food even less appealing. Instead of listening up to the exchange between my parents, my mind wandered off to the same thought process I had had all day long. Friends close to me, they used to be, but I can no longer trust them. Right now, I was greatly lacking in allies. People I trusted, people I could depend on, push come to shove. They were something I just didn't have. Having just one ally had been incredibly reassuring in the currently hopeless situation I was in. I put down my chopsticks, looked at my parents who were still talking about work. First course of attention that came to my mind was to tell my parents everything. Currently, there wasn't a single person he knew out that I could trust 100%. That meant the only people I could trust were my parents. But if I told them everything that happened up till now, would they understand? Raina, for example, that neighborly Raina, who was so diligently and looking after me, came to get me every day and sometimes brought over a share of what she made. How could I explain that she wanted to kill me? No matter how I explained it, would probably be difficult for anyone to comprehend. My somewhat eccentric dad would be understanding, and my hamster mom would probably drag me to a psychiatrist in the blink of an eye. Sadly, that was the amount of trust that exists in our relationship. Even if they did come to understand, what could they possibly do? Unless they could uncover the truth, they wouldn't be able to protect me. No, by informing these unnecessary things, I am putting my parents in danger as well. Considering that the victims in the past incidents often married couples, I couldn't even joke about it, for the entire Monalisarh family had to be vanished into thin air. It was easily possibly in Hinamizawa. What was important here was knowing something unnecessary put you in danger. And the unsettling question was, how did they know what I knew? As long as they didn't know my parents, not fallen victim. That is one way to think about it, I guess. At least it was like that in my case. After I found out, these things started becoming odd. In other words, it meant the following. As long as my parents didn't know anything, nothing would happen to them. As long as my parents were here and this house would be a safe haven for them. I knew there was just assumptions based on conjecture on top of conjecture. Wanting this house to be a safe haven, that was the pinnacle of my weak-willed method of thinking. I had to concede, and it was not completely safe. It was only safer than the outside. I knew I couldn't rely on my parents, and I couldn't risk them getting involved. Then the only person who would be my ally would be Oishi-san, him and him alone. He was the only person who understood the situation I was in. He didn't care so much about my safety, but he was without a doubt passionate about solving this case. It was a bit frustrating. Oishi-san was basically the whole reason I was in this mess. Now to get out of it, I had to rely on him, meaning it was all going according to his plan. It was my job to look appetizing while bobbing in the waves as bait. Then, when the fish started gathering, Oishi-san would pull out the big haul. It's slightly infuriating, but I even thought that was the best course of action. So then what should I do? Patience was the first rule of fishing. Keep waiting until the fish actually bites. But I was simply bait. There was lots of ways for me to struggle before being devoured. When they struck, I needed to somehow dodge just enough to tag out to Oishi-san. No question, it was going to be hard. The thought bringing Oishi-san in would be difficult. He was in the city, not Hinamizawa, so if I phoned him in a moment of need, it would take him about 30 minutes to reach me. So I need to run away for those 30 minutes. For example, if we set up a rendezvous point in dire situations or something, I just have to hide out there until Oishi-san arrived. Okay, I can almost see it now. Still being chased around in the dark by a boogeyman, but now I knew which way to go. I would never imagine this would be so reassuring. Oh yeah, it would probably be the best if I concealed a weapon for when things got rough. Typically, a bit of that would call for a switchblade, but that wasn't too reassuring for combat. Also, since it was recognized as a weapon by the public, it also wasn't good. Only when at a time like this, a long weapon metal bat would work in my favor. I remember there's a metal bat at school. Could be convenient when push came to shove. If I pretended I was practicing my swing, then it wouldn't be suspicious for me to always carry it around. I'd go to school early tomorrow, and just possessing a weapon may be enough to deter them. And one more thing, insurance. Could it be something like a note or a memo I could write? Everything that was happening, sort of a journal? In case I suddenly vanished, the journal would be left behind. With my journal in his possession, Oishi-san should be able to avenge my death. I left my parents engrossed in their conversation about work and went back to my room. We are making bad decisions. I tore out a piece of paper from the notebook and made my way to my desk. Last thing I wrote in the journal was for the summer homework in elementary school. On the odd chance something bad happened, the police could use my diary as lead, so I should only write down the facts. How should I start? I jotted down thoughts as they came. I can't you my bar and fear for my life. And I was nervously that the lines showed so often defected story. I never dreamed of it being the type of situation where I've read it myself. I do not know why they were after my life. And the others were suspicious, but I had no proof, and that's why I couldn't write anything more. I laughed wryly at myself writing such a passage draped in mystery. Would the police be able to get the hint from the enigmatic passage? I could only pray they would. What I prayed for the most was that this journal never needed to play its part. Here I laughed nervously. It was too simple, so I wrote down one more thought of. The only thing I do know is that it has to do with Oishiro-sama's curse. Was that too much? I probably should write more than that. If I wrote any more, I shouldn't write more than that. Then it would seem like I was just delusional. In order to appear the reader professed would have written this sound in mind, I chose not to write anything else at this point. I just needed to add more as I learned more about the truth. Pulled the paper and thought of a place for it. By hiding it somewhere obvious, there was a chance they would uncover it instead. On the other hand, if it was too obscure a location, there was a risk of nobody finding it at all. At the end, I decided to take off my clock and stick my folded note to the back with scotch tape. After that, I put the clock back in its normal position. Yeah, I didn't let it look like anything was hidden behind it. Now I needed to set up if something happens to me my parents could find it. It looked like for countless different angles until I was satisfied and made my way downstairs. My parents were still talking about work. It didn't seem like they were going to end anytime soon, so I cut in. Sorry to interrupt. I have something I need to talk to you about. I never started off a conversation like that, so my parents were both startled. They stopped talking and turned towards me. What is it, Keiichi? I have a favor to ask you. Please listen. Just in case, yeah? It's not urgent. Can we do this later? Right now, Mommy and Daddy have something urgent. Oh, bleh. Mommy and Daddy have some urgent they're talking about. I didn't think their talk was more urgent than mine. In any case, this stated my request. Just in case, if I die, both my parents' eyes went wide as saucers. If I die, I want you to put the clock on my wall in my coffin. If they did that, then they'd probably find it. My memoir. Both my parents remained wide-eyed, not moving an inch. I couldn't blame them. I made the clock in shop class, and I really like it, so please? What's the matter, Keiichi? Did something happen? Mom was finally able to ask me with a questioning gaze. Of course, it was a normal response for someone's son suddenly talking about the subject like this. I felt bad for making them worry, but right now I just wanted them to think about the clock in my room. With an awkward mood, leaving the room in silence, I decided to go back to my room. I want to get to school early tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. Good night. Saying only that, I left the living room. I need to get to school early tomorrow and secure that bat. I should make today the last day I went to school with Reina. As I climbed up the stairs, I heard Mom call my name, but I pretended not to hear her. It was something I could talk about. It wasn't something I could talk about with my parents. If I talked about it, it would only make things more dangerous. The fight that had begun was mine and mine alone, and I couldn't rely on anyone. I wouldn't be killed, not when I still knew nothing. I think we're done. Chapter end. And not feeling so hot. We're gonna view our tips. Not feeling so hot. feeling down lately. He's in a bad mood. I wonder, maybe he's on his period. Michan, that's gross. Yeah. What do you think? Don't know. Could be a K-chan, maybe. I don't know. K-chan went to the car talking to that tubby middle-aged man, right? Yeah, no mistake. There's Oishi. He probably fed him something fishy. He was so serious. K-chan's face was pale. You see, you might not know this, but he actually a messenger or Oishi-sama. Huh? What do you mean? Whenever he shows up, someone is demoned away. No lie. Oh, is that so? The year before last, when Rika, mother drowned, right? Right before that, she was visited by Oishi. Now that you mention it, it happened before Satoshi-kun transferred out. Transferred? You're so sweet, Reina. This time he's appeared before Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-kun is going to be deemed away too? An empty silence hung in the air and was suddenly interrupted by loud laughter. Okay, exit. We're gonna save and load. Save. And we're gonna end it here for today, guys. And next time we're gonna look at all the clues, and hopefully then we'll have an idea of what we're doing. Yeah, so we'll see another episode when Keiichi gets his bat and starts a swinging. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Hopefully we can win. So I love you all very, very much. Hopefully you're having fun. I know I am. Love you very, 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 very much. And bye! Hey everyone, this is Yashiroreaper, and this has been the end of another video. If you'd like to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you'd like to donate to my Patreon, that would help me a lot. Also, if you'd like to buy merch, I have a Teespring and Redbubble account right below. Also, this is the summer, Reaper Summer. So I'll have a new video out every day. I hope you all enjoy it. Hashtag Reaper Summer, and I love you.